Chassidic gems on Parshas Savoh. The pasuk is talking about bringing the first fruits to Hashem as an expression of thank you to Hashem. So it says in the pasuk, "V'yonisa v'yomarta." You should come to the Kohen and you should make a declaration to him. V'yonisa v'yomarta l'fnei Hashem l'kecha. Harami Oived Ovi, like we say the night of Pesach, the whole Haggadah Shel Pesach. But it says, V'yoniso v'yomarta, you should call out. That's the way they translate V'yoniso v'yomarta l'fnei Hashem l'kecha. Thank you to Hashem for everything. Rashi comes along and says, V'yonisa, what does it mean, V'yonisa? Lashon haramas koil. That means to speak, to raise your voice and say loudly, to say the declaration, Harami Oved Ovi, to say it in a loud voice. And the question is, why do we have to say it in a loud voice? Shemona Esrei we say in a balachash, we say it we don't say it loud, we say it low. So why here do we have to say it in a loud voice? The Chassidic Torah tell us that even though tefillah has to be balachash, when it comes to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hido, Al Chasdei HaMokim, that should be in a loud, raised voice. We have to say it with all our heart and soul to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving us what He gives us. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Savoh, the Torah is speaking here about giving meiser. When you give meiser, you have to make a declaration and say, among other things, Lo yochalti ba'ini mimenu. And Rashi says, I have not eaten of the meiser while I was in mourning. Oni comes from the Lashon aninus. Rashi says, Mikan she'osur lo'inan. It is forbidden to a mourner, to an onain. That's this simple. Chassidic Torah translate oni means like koichi v'yotzem oni, like it didn't enter my mind to think that my mizoinayu parnos, that my parnosa is because koichi v'yotzem yodi, is because I went and I'm the great me and I accomplished that I have what to eat. Lo yachalti ba'ini mimenu. When I didn't eat from this ma'aser thinking that it was me that did it, because it was HaKadosh Baruch Hu who gave it to me. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Savoh, the Torah says that if you listen to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then you will be blessed with all kind of great things. And one of these things, the pasuk says, "V'hayiso rak l'mayla v'lo tiyeh lamota." You will be only above and not be below. That's this simple. The Chassidic Torah interpret what that means. One interpretation is that a person shouldn't do the mitzvahs of Hashem lamata, for down here on earth, for some pleasure that he will get out of it. He will get. People will say he's so frum and this that. He's doing it for himself, sort of. Don't be for downstairs, for this world. But your kavanah should be pure, only to do it because that's the will of Hashem, l'mala. V'yiso rak l'mala. Your thoughts should only be to do what Hashem wants. and not for yourself any gain from it. We should be zeicha to this. Amen. Continuing with Chassidic gems on Parshas Ki Savoh, the same pasuk that says, "For yiso rak lamalo, for lo tiyeh lamata." You should be only for above, for above, and not for below. That's the simple. The Chassidic Terlach are translating, question. What do you mean rak? For yiso rak lamayla. You should be only for above. Rak, achin v'rakin miyutin. When it says ach and rak, it comes to exclude something. So when Hashem says you should be for above, is that with some exclusion? I should only be for above. Only is coming to exclude that it shouldn't be mamish on the top. Why? The Chassidic Torah tell us like this, that it's a revolving wheel. When a person reaches the top, then he is possible that he will go down, because it's a revolving wheel. If you're up, you go down. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu said you should be rak lamayla, only on top, which excludes not really the full top, because if you're full top, then it's a galgal ha'chayze be'oilem. It's a revolving wheel. Then you would go down. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu blesses all those that do the will of Hashem, that it should only be very close to the top, but not the top, so it will never go down again. We should be zeicha to this. Amen. Sikum for the Chassidic Torah that we spoke about, that the hashkafas, that when it comes to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have to do it b'haromas koil, with a loud voice, even though Shemona Esra we say in a balachash, in a quiet voice. To thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have to go all out, b'koil godel, b'koil. We also said that we have to be careful to think that that my parnosa and my food that I have is not because of my great accomplishment. I koichi v'yotzem yodi, but it all comes from Hashem. Hashem wants me to have it. That's why I have it. That we should have in the mind always. Then we spoke about that all our kavonas, all our intentions should be l'shamayim, to do the will of Hashem, and not for us to benefit at all from any mitzvahs that we do, not to get honor or glory from it. We're only doing it l'shem shamayim, lamala, only for heaven. And the last thing we said was that Hashem blesses us almost to the top when we do the will of Hashem, because if it's blessed to the top of the line, then it's destined, it's possible to turn over and go down. But Hashem wants us to be blessed. Hashem blesses us almost to the top, so it'll never go down again. We should be zeicha to all these great hashkafas haTorah. Amen v'amen.